If you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be? Me personally, probably super speed, because, well, I'm always late for so that would definitely help. What about you?
I would definitely read minds, because I am nosy as
Oh my God, I'm not listening to this one. Sorry.
I want to know things that I shouldn't know, that I got no business knowing.
Well, maybe you can get them to hit subscribe or thumbs up. One of the two. There we go. Thank you. Here are the top 10 insane superhero gadgets that actually exist.
Starting off this list, in our number 10 spot, we have the Fireball. If you're a fan of the Human Torch, this might be the gadget for you. I mean, you're not just gonna spontaneously combust, but still, it might be a gadget that appeases your inner pyromaniac. There's a group out there that has managed to create a gadget called the Pyro Fire Shooter that you can strap right onto your wrist for the fire superpower you've always wanted. The device is said to be rechargeable, which, I mean, talk about convenience. To make this even easier for you, apparently you don't even have to strap it to your wrists because it can also be used remotely. So, like I said, if you've ever wanted to live out your Human Torch fantasy, this is a great option, but maybe just skip the vigilante portion. Save that stuff for the comics.
Number 9, a running jetpack. Are you looking to shave 20 seconds off of your mile time? Are you also okay with wearing a jetpack the entire time you're doing so? Great. 2 thumbs up, perfect. This technology was originally developed as part of a DARPA program. They originally wanted to make soldiers on the ground run faster, but when that didn't plan out exactly like they had hoped, they scaled back a little bit, and now they're focusing trying to improve performance in athletes. Jason Carestis, a graduate student of engineering and robotics who leads the project at Arizona State University, he believes that this is the future of where the jetpack is going. It's going really fast this way, and then slowly you're just gonna be in the air at some point, who knows. They can now shave off 20 seconds of your mile time, which is pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Running downhill already looks so silly. I can't imagine super sprinting to work. It's gonna be crazy. Just running and all of a sudden you're just off the ground. Like, what the f?
In our number 8 spot today, we have the Cloaking Device. I'll be honest, this is one that is still in the works and in the midst of being workshopped, but the strides that have been made honestly are impressive. I never thought a sort of invisibility cloak would be possible, but this device is changing my mind on that. Invisibility devices would be one of the most useful superhero gadgets, but it's also something that could be used for the worst, should it fall into the wrong hands. We aren't quite at the Invisible Man kind of technology, but we are in sort of the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter kind of stage. Scientists created a cloak that used metamaterials to reflect light and quote-unquote hide anything that the cloak was covering. Like I mentioned, it's still being refined and perfected, but I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with where things are at already.
Number 7, RF capture. Superman, I mean, the guy is OP, let's be real, he can do anything, and one of his lesser known powers is seeing through walls. You'd think heat vision would be enough. No, he can also eavesdrop at any given moment. Well, with the right tech, soon we'll be able to see through walls as well. Scientists over at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology have been hard at work with their RF capture system. Now, the magic behind the privacy violation is that the system uses short-wave radio signals to track movement through walls. And so far, scientists have been able to identify 15 people through walls with a 90% accuracy rate, so that's terrifying, I guess. Tracking their movements with less than an inch, so they're close. They're really just weird blobs doing some weird things behind walls, like those old school iPod commercials, just people who can't dance. Imagine working in the room next door to these guys. They're like, are they watching us right now? I feel like I'm being watched. Ideally, this tech would be used in healthcare with a system that can monitor seniors who are at risk of falling, so that's nice, I guess. No worries, Barb, we'll keep an eye on you all night and day.
In our number 6 spot today, we have mind control. Okay, probably not the kind of mind control you're thinking about, but this gadget is pretty wild and also could be super useful. Researchers at the University of Minnesota are working on a mind control helmet that allows you to control a variety of objects just with your mind. This is especially remarkable considering it is a completely non-invasive piece of technology, and it even proved to be successful enough when they used it to control a flying robot, which, like, what a cool test that would be. I imagine the people who created this helmet probably could not wait to go to work that day. This helmet might not make you a full-on Professor X, but this kind of technology could change people's lives, especially those who have mobility issues or neurodegenerative diseases. It is a very cool gadget, but it's also also a potentially life-changing technology.
Number 5, underwater breathing. Every time I'm watching a movie and the main character is underwater, I have to hold my breath at the same time, right? You're not alone, Tom Cruise. I'm also underwater with you right now. Let's get this USB, let's get out of here. We've all wanted an underwater breathing apparatus at some point in our lives. Spy Kids had them, Star Wars has them. We grew up thinking this was going to happen, and well, I think we're finally here. Triton claimed their artificial gills could let us breathe underwater for 45 minutes straight. Yeah, you'd be so wrinkly when you finally came back up. The deepest you could go right now is around 15 feet, so not too bad. You can get some shells, I guess. This product was set to launch back in 2016, but they had to refund its users, so I guess something happened there. But we're close. We're definitely close.
In our number 4 spot today, we have the Bulletproof Suit. Of course, bulletproof technology isn't new, but this kind of a suit is a great example of a sort of superhero power that people wish existed in real life, where you can be virtually untouchable while also looking better than James Bond himself. This suit is one that you can actually buy. I mean, if you have a spare $20,000 or so just lying around. The Garrison Bespoke Bulletproof Suit makes sure that you are protected, but also ready to celebrate those big moments in style. They say that they use nanotechnology to build the suits, making them out of the same stuff as US military uniforms. Despite this added protection, they are said to still be as light, flexible, and comfortable as regular clothing. Honestly, I don't know what's more superhero than being bulletproof while in a suit.
Number 3, the wall climber. The wall climber ideally would do just that. It would let the user climb any building without the need of a pulley or a guy down below that's panicking the whole time. That's always vital. This gecko-inspired invention may just allow humans to climb any glass building. Finally, just the thing we all need, I guess, for some reason. Tom Cruise is like, yes, another one, this is perfect. Geckos can scale a wall, no problem. They have these plump little toes that are covered in these microscopic bristles. Now, these bristles are called setae. It allows for these licky dudes to stay on the wall all day long. It's pretty sweet. Although we know the science behind them, anything we try and test it on is far too heavy. Well, this new wall climber device spreads the user's weight out evenly throughout the 24 tiles in each hand for each plate. So it feels like a moving ladder, which is, I don't know, that would trip me out. I don't want to do that. I can't even rock climb without shaking in my boots, let alone scale a building with gecko gloves. No thank you. Would you use this? Comment down below. Just washing a window with some gecko boots.
In our number 2 spot today, we have Hulk Strength. Less of a gadget and more of sort of a scientific advancement, scientists believe that it may be possible to edit our DNA in a way that can give a person Hulk-like strength. With the advancements that have been made in genetic engineering, they think it's possible we could manipulate our own DNA just to give us superpowers. Kinda cool, kind of absolutely terrifying. Of course, this isn't something that is just readily available at the moment, and it will require years of testing to ensure its safety and to monitor the implications of something like this. But in our real world, there are rare genetic diseases that can offer some kind of super strength. An example of this is Liam Hoekstra from Michigan. He was diagnosed with a rare condition called myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy, which means that his body blocks the ability to limit muscle growth. This was quickly seen after he was born, as within days of his birth, he was already up walking around. This rare condition gives scientists some pretty valuable insight into how this sort of thing works, which informs them when they are looking at these sort of future genetic modifications.
And finally, number 1, Elecrx. I'm a big Wolverine fan. I'm excited for Hugh Jackman to return in the role for the 9th time in a row. Can't wait to see him die again. That's awesome. One of his greatest powers in that role, of course, is his healing factor. If he didn't heal as fast as he did, the movie would be like 6 minutes long and it'd be over. It seems impossible, but we're slowly getting close to mutant healing powers. The Experimental Research Division of the US military is currently developing these small implants that can help us heal faster. This is called the Electrical Prescriptions Program, or Electrix, or Elecrx, because that sounds cooler. But these implants would monitor your physical conditions 24/7 and then apply electric stimuli to any systems that need repair instantly. You'd be like, oh my back, okay, never mind, we're good, we're great. The device would have to be implanted at your nerve endings with a needle, so you'd feel like Wolverine during the operation, that's for sure. But would you ever sign up for something like this? What if it glitches out and causes only pain? That's a Black Mirror episode just waiting to happen. I vote no. I would pass on this one. Well, that's it. Those are the top 10 insane superhero gadgets that actually exist. Do you want any of these? Do you not want all of these?
Let us know down below.
Yeah, comment down below. We'll see
comments.
We'll see you in the holidays. Yeah, we'll see you around in the holidays.
Bye.